Alright guys, cutting beans up here on our north farm today. I'll talk about it a little bit. It's not the best dirt in the world. It rolls quite a bit. About 25 miles from Grandpa's place. We travel a little ways to get to it. It's 50 miles from Dad's place. Do a lot of road travel. Tell you, we never replace tires because of stubble damage. It's always just wear the tread off of them for all the road travel we do. But there's 170 acres up on this farm in 2 fields, which makes it worth driving up here. I said it's not the best groundwater. That beans always do pretty decent. Corn's kind of a struggle sometimes. And it just rolls quite a bit, and there's rocks like nothing else up here. So I could make more money on a rock quarry than farming it for 50 years. Not really, but crap, there's a full bin monitor. I'm going to get down here at the auger wagon. There's Grandpa here. So you got a bunch of waterways and crap cut around here. Then you get up on that second ridge, there's a ton of rocks and whatnot. Beans are down real bad. Normally the rows actually run like that, going about crossways of the road or rows almost, just to try to get them to feed better, cut better and everything. Going north-south right now, and we farm it east-west. This is a 100-acre field, and over there, about a quarter mile, there's a 70-acre field. At least they're drier, they're pulling pretty easy. Going through the machine nice. Down here quite a bit. I know a lot of guys on YouTube started cutting beans this week, or past weekend. Larson Valley was cutting, and Oliver 66 Farm Boy started cutting yesterday. Had a little trouble. Massey, crap with 1169, ain't right. I can't remember the number. 1165 or it's 1135 Massey, I think. Apologize if I got that wrong. started cutting this week too. A fair amount of guys been cutting. We're hoping to buy a rolling harrow to pull behind the soil finisher this year, or this winter, and that'll help smash the rocks back into the ground then. Won't be such a problem. I picked up several of them. You can hear the rock trap catch them and whatnot. I picked up, I think, 3 or 4 of them today already. But a little story on this farm. My uncle, Grandpa's brother, bought this, come up here in the early 60s and bought this farm. And he was wanting to get in like get a pheasant farm for hunters and everything and whatnot. He's real into hunting and trapping and stuff. And then he come up here and wasn't doing real good financially, and well, that's the reason he didn't, go down to the southern part of the county and get some into the black dirt. He'd come up here, it's cheaper, and he'd get some decent, he'd raise pheasants. It was what he wanted to do. But anyway, then he got divorced and everything there in the mid-60s, and Grandpa and great-grandpa took over payments on the farm and started paying on it. There's 170 tillable, and there's 90 acres there that run in between our other field and there's a creek that runs through it. And they used to do a lot of cattle, or had some cattle up here, which is what the whole farm needs to be. But they sold off the 90 acres because they didn't want it. They sold off the house, and paid some more down on it. And they do own the whole farm. Their grandma and grandpa do now. But I almost wish this farm was kind of down where I live. The guy who lives in the house there farms, but he'd probably, he said he'd always kind of ask if we wanted to buy the house and whatnot, or buy it back, but they, it'd be real good, I got cattle and whatnot, and it'd be real good for that. Or, if someone wanted to get in, 100 head of cattle, which I don't want to get that big. It'd be real nice for that. You got a bunch of land that lays together here, and then it's got a creek and that rough timber ground there in the middle that you can put for pasture, and has a creek for water, and chop some silage and everything, and all manure, and it'd all be close and whatnot. And we get either late this afternoon or tomorrow. I'll show you the other field. And that center 90 acres has been split a couple times and sold several times, several different people. Now I'm not even sure who owns it anymore. So it's not really even tillable or worth being farmed. I do enjoy coming up here, though. It's a nice drive coming up here. You get to see some different parts of the county, and it rolls more than down where me and Dad are at. And it's fun to come up here. And a lot of guys up here, I don't think have quite the money like they do in the southern part of the county, and it's fun to see the older, and they got, older equipment, stuff from the 90s, some of you guys got stuff from the 80s, instead of, brand new John Deere Case IH, like what's around me and Dad's house all the time. Fit in a little better up here. We got raising on GMO beans, like I mentioned before, and the elevator's actually trucking for us today. I got my brother's hauling with one truck, but the elevator's also hauling with the semi. We're hauling about 25 miles down by Grandpa's house, and just to keep up, we need them to haul some, and then they'll put the miles on our trucks. And it's worth the money for a little bit they charge. Wish I could say what I knew what they charge, but they just take it out of the, like, add it on to the drawing bill and stuff in the elevator, and it's not much though. Me and Dad always talk, if you get to where Grandpa can't help anymore, and my brother and sister have full-time jobs and everything, it's just me and Dad doing the farming. That'll probably be the first thing we do is hire out trucking, have the elevator truck it for us, and get a great big auger wagon so we can fill a semi in one shot, and run one big combine then. I'll get this land finished up, and we just got that little bit there and be done with it. But anyway, I'll probably be later this afternoon. I'll come back to you and show you the other field. Got dry beans here, cutting real nice. They will pick up some speed, and they're standing, and the ground's smooth and everything. Truckers out there, the nice looking Pete they're hauling with. A real nice looking Pete. Sure like them dual stacks he's got on there. Sounds real good. And earlier it's Massey 1105 driver is the name. I apologize for that. He's been cutting this week. Just hanging in the air this evening. Gonna get damp here in just a little bit. Quit cutting. Jay Groom mentioned it, and several other people. It was kind of funny. Got clean windows. They're a lot cleaner than they thought, and Jay Groom said that we got windows cleaner than on the dealer's lot. And thanks, I didn't realize there was I don't even know how you guys tell that from the videos, because I don't know if my phone's not that good or what, but I watch my videos, but you'll be able to see that. I'll get a video when they run back down south. I'll run the 2188 and get a video of that. Alrighty, we didn't move over to the field last night. We didn't decide to fill trucks because there was a chance of rain. Go-kart track there on part of the 90 acres. Only around about 16 mile an hour, it'll start bouncing real bad. This is where the creek's at here. They used to be all mowed off and everything, nice pasture ground, but it's since grown up a bunch of timber. See all the little trees have taken off down in there. Chains now. Alright, we're getting something cut here. They used to farm a little bit of that, 90 acres, but they don't even do that anymore. Not really worth farming too much. green stems in it and whatnot than the other field did. Both are standing a little better. There's an abandoned house there. It was a nice house about 20 years ago, but no one's lived in it for a while, and now it's just going all apart. Kind of overlooked that hill there where the pasture was at one time, and nice view out your front door and everything. But anyway, I think that'll probably do it here for a little bit of story time and telling about this farm. Thanks for watching.